Welcome to PACTV Community News, your weekly local news program about people, places, events in Kingston, Pembroke, Plymouth, and Duxbury.
During this week's edition, you'll meet new and familiar faces on the political scene.
Just got finished. I just got sworn in as state representative for the 6th Plymouth District for Duxbury, Pembroke, and Hanson. It was a great ceremony. I'm very excited.
Therese Murray has been elected president of the Massachusetts State Senate.
And learn about solid waste and recycling options for Plymouth residents.
We're doing presentations, we're doing educational forums, but most importantly, I think the selectmen are having us do all that because they want to know how the residents feel.
Also this week, you'll look inside Kingston's Jones River Landing.
We have a number of activities going on down here, from boat building on Wednesday nights and music jams on Thursday nights.
And take a peek inside Duxbury's school construction project.
We're on schedule. They're working through the winter, working hard and working fast to stay warm.
It's all coming up on PACTV Community News.
Construction continues on Duxbury's 2 new schools. Voters approved a final design and appropriated funds in 2011 for a new middle and high school, with occupancy of the new facility expected in the fall of 2014. PACTV Community News visited the Duxbury School construction site to see how the project was progressing.
We had to adapt this model school because there was no model for a combined middle-high school. They only had high schools and middle schools. So in looking at all the different model schools and touring them, we thought that this best suited our layout and the function of our 2 schools. We actually had all of the model school designers do a presentation to show how their model school would be adapted to fit our school needs. It's oriented, laid out where the high school wing is under construction. That's 3 stories. The steel is all erected there, and they're working on the roof deck. They're now starting to place the steel for the middle school portion. Those are the 2 3-story educational wings on the east side of the project. They finished the foundations on the west side for the cafeteria and the gymnasium areas. And we took a walk down through the middle where the concourse is going to be, or the atrium area, where they've started to place some of the steel on the north side for the trusses and the front entrance. And they're working their way south toward the middle school, erecting the steel. They've started the concourse. That's the 3-story atrium, which runs down the middle of the building and separates the academic side on the right from the community side on the left, the side that has the cafeteria, library, gym, and music areas. So we're on schedule. They're working through the winter, working hard and working fast to stay warm, and there it is. Well, they had placed the floor deck. The concrete slabs will be placed when the building gets enclosed and heated, probably in another month or so. What you saw was a lot of steel erectors and fabricators that were placing the steel, welding the connections, welding the deck down above, welding the beams, connecting the beams. They're placing the columns. There's a lot of activity. This was the most cost-effective option to address both schools. We were able to address them in one project, getting maximum reimbursement for the state and not having to prolong dealing with aging buildings for another 10 years. And the problem is also it's very disruptive to education because they have to phase a renovation. They have to use modulars, they have to temporarily move students and do one area at a time. So again, it's very disruptive to the education. It lengthens the process, and the unknowns can really add a lot to the process. And when you're done, you basically have to gut the building for all the code upgrades that are required for both the energy efficiency of the building envelope, the mechanical, electrical systems, the plumbing systems, the fire protection. So it very quickly becomes logistically very difficult and very expensive.
Well, automatic welder up there to weld the mold.
It's about $128 million. The town has been great. Everyone on the town side has really pulled together, from the campus people, the library, the student union, the pool, as well as on the town side, have been very helpful and really have made a difference in making this project run smoothly, go smoothly, and get through all the little hurdles that are inherent in a construction project.
This new year brings new faces to the political scene in our towns. Earlier this month, Josh Cutler was sworn in at the State House as Pembroke and Duxbury's new state representative. In Plymouth, some familiar faces continue their commitment as our representatives. PACTV Community News brings you this story.
The next Speaker of the House, Nicholas Jones.
Will come to order.
I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and will support the Constitution thereof. So help me God.
We just got finished. I just got sworn in as state representative for the 6th Plymouth District for Duxbury, Pembroke, and Hanson. It was a great ceremony. I'm very excited. Got to be selected one of the honorary designees to go to the Senate and present the official proclamations that they do back and forth, which is, part of the formality, but it's kind of a neat tradition. When I walked in the Senate President Therese Murray, obviously from Plymouth, was presiding, and so she was kind enough to acknowledge me, and my colleague Vinnie DiMacedo from Plymouth as well. So that was kind of neat to be one of the freshmen, but also to get recognized by the Senate President.
You've included 2 ringers in there. The new Representative Cutler and Representative DiMacedo from my district. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's something that that I've talked about during my campaign. The importance of being able to reach out, build consensus, find bipartisan solutions, whether it's a Republican idea or a Democrat idea. It really shouldn't matter. And I think that's the spirit that I see here today, and then I hope that will continue. And I'm very optimistic and just really honored to be here representing the good folks of my district.
I thought it was really cool to be here today. This is actually the first time I've been inside the State House, and Maureen Bates, our campaign manager, and Josh's legislative aide gave us a really cool tour, and the ceremony was really cool too. The swearing in was awesome, so I really enjoyed today.
There's a general sense of excitement about getting to work for the Commonwealth and just being able to work with representatives across the state. I would encourage anybody to call me at any time as a throughway to Josh for your constituent needs.
As the Speaker said today, one of the issues that's going to come up on our agenda this coming session is going to be transportation. And I think we'll be seeing a major transportation package that will take shape over the course of the next few months. And so that'll be something that I'll be able to weigh in. And I want to make sure that, here on the South Shore, we don't necessarily have all the transportation options they do in Boston, but I want to make sure that we protect those things that we get, and so we're not just paying for Boston to get around, and we are truly getting services down here in the South Shore.
Therese Murray has been elected President of the Massachusetts State Senate.
We have a lot of important issues to address this session, and I'm confident that we'll be successful in our work. We have faced many hurdles over the past years, as was outlined by the people nominating today, and we still have to make many difficult decisions. But this is what makes Massachusetts and our state government, and especially the Senate, so strong. We can overcome any obstacle because we work together, and because we look at every issue with our constituents and the fiscal health of the Commonwealth in mind.
I was in town at the invitation of the Senate President to sit in a seat of honor in the state Senate as the Senate President was nominated and re-elected to lead the Commonwealth on the Senate side. It's Senate President. I was very honored to be her guest.
I, Gregory Hanley,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Congratulations.
I just got elected to the Plymouth County Commissioner's Office, and the County Commissioners oversee the property for the county. They also oversee the courthouses. They oversee the Registry of Deeds, and they oversee the county treasury. Some of the programs that they support are with the 4-H program, with the extension program. They oversee bulk purchasing contracts with cities and towns on items like DPW salt. There are a number of abatement programs they do with Title V programs and provide financing.
I, John R. Buckley Jr., do solemnly swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
To the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Over the next 6 years, it's a 6-year term, we'll continue to modernize the Registry of Deeds. We'll continue to show people how, with the great staff that I have that serves everyone so well, that how we can continue to advance the registry. But beyond all else, I want to mention my staff who treat everyone very well. Wherever I went in this campaign, people said, I'm going to vote for you because people treat us so well when they come in the building.
Kingston's Jones River Landing is a uniquely valuable landmark. Steeped in history and heritage, the river is the largest on Cape Cod Bay, and the Jones River Watershed Association seeks to study and restore the ecological systems vital to the river's health. Their website, jonesriver.org, is a wealth of information on our area waterways and bays. PACTV Community News visited their Landing Road office to learn more about them and their upcoming events.
The Landing is a membership organization. It's nonprofit down here on the banks of the Jones River estuary in Kingston, Mass. We're on Landing Road. We have a number of activities going on down here, from boat building on Wednesday nights and music jams on Thursday nights.
Removed the Wapping Road Dam at the end of 2011 and continued that restoration project into 2012. Now, with that dam out and the ability for fish to swim past that portion of the river, we have our sights set on Forge Pond Dam at the doorstep of Silver Lake. And Silver Lake is a high quality spawning ground. It was traditionally a huge spawning area for river herring and habitat for American eel, both of which are on the endangered species list, are candidates for the endangered species list right now. And so we have our sights set on the Forge Pond Dam, which is owned by the City of Brockton, and we are collaborating with the City of Brockton on this project, as well as partners of the Division of Marine Fisheries and NOAA National Marine Fisheries. So all these partners are coming together to look at a solution that works for Brockton as part of their water supply, but also serves the ecology and gets fish back into the lake. So that's an exciting project. Meanwhile, downstream at Elm Street, many people are familiar with the one-lane bridge there and the dam. We do our annual fish count there at the top of the fish ladder, and we'll be doing that again in 2013, starting in March. And if you're interested in volunteering, you can come down to the landing here and sign up, or check out our email addresses on our webpage. It's been a challenge with the bridge replacement ongoing, and we're hopeful that we can come to a long-term solution as part of that project that improves fish passage there. So it's exciting looking at both Elm Street Dam and Forge Pond Dam in the wake of Wapping Road Dam being gone, and so it really encompasses the whole watershed.
We're working right now on preparing for our annual meeting, which will be on Sunday, January the 20th from 3 to 5. If anybody's interested in joining us, you're welcome to come on down. We'll have an interesting program this year with the Cape Cod Bay Watch, and talk about our involvement with trying to improve the health and safety of Cape Cod Bay, especially as it relates to the Pilgrim Power Station. So I think everyone would be interested in that. We also have our upcoming Mardi Gras fundraiser on February 9th. It's a Saturday night. It's the greatest party of the year, both for us and I think the region. We have the Grand Bois Cajun Dance Band coming, and we deck it all out with beads and Mardi Gras food, Cajun food. And we'll hold it this year at the Jones River Trading Company, which is at 42 Elm Street. You can check us out online at jonesriver.org, get your tickets there, and don't fail to miss it. It's a terrific time. If you really like to get your hands dirty, this is the place to be.
Solid waste is currently a controversial topic in Plymouth, and town officials are considering new proposals for both solid waste disposal and recycling. Public meetings have been held to let Plymouth residents know about potential new costs and options, and to seek public comment. PACTV Community News talked with two selectmen who have different views on the issue.
At the spring town meeting, we will be speaking to residents and town meeting members about a budget for solid waste that will include curbside pickup. The rubbish will actually be picked up at your homes, the residential properties in Plymouth. But we need your feedback. We are reaching out to the community members that we're going to different committees, we're doing presentations, we're doing educational forums. But most importantly, I think the selectmen are having us do all that because they want to know how the residents feel.
We are hoping to move in a new direction where we can increase our recycling rates, which are currently at a very terrible level of 20%, and our goal is to double that, perhaps even triple that. And it's for two very important reasons, you know, aside from obviously the environment and wanting to be more environmentally responsible. But on January 1st, 2015, we have two events happening. And the first one is our lease with the county is up for the South Street Transfer Station, which is the largest transfer station that handles 60% of the solid waste removal in our town, and that we need to cap our transfer station. The DEP has ordered us to do that, and should they decide, they can order it to close and to start fining us on a daily basis until it is capped, which is a huge $3 million project to cap the transfer station. Our CMAS contract is up, so our cost per ton for removal is going to go from about $23 a ton to $65 a ton, and all of these costs are going to be passed on to the users of the transfer station. So Plymouth right now is looking at two options: a curbside pickup, which would include pickup of your trash as well as single stream recycling, and this has been found to easily double recycling. The second option is to build a new transfer station. Then we would institute a pay-as-you-throw program that only about half, less than half even, of Plymouth residents actually use the transfer stations. The other half have gone to private haulers to do curbside pickup.
I've been asked to give a brief synopsis of my views on the pay-as-you-throw versus curbside, and how we're going to handle this problem for the town of Plymouth. And I say it's a problem because certainly we're a very diverse town with over 100 square miles. I am not convinced that curbside is the best way to go. I've heard from many residents that have called me and said, Ken, my driveway is so long, I don't know how I'm going to get the barrels out there, bring them back in. Other people have said, we can barely get down some of our dirt roads in the best of weather. So how are the trucks going to do it? I am really an advocate of pay-as-you-throw. I think that what we need to do is look at our recycling centers in the town of Plymouth, improve them, make it easier to recycle, because residents in Plymouth are used to doing that, and they're not adverse to it. And there are certainly great companies in this town that if someone does want curbside, it is available to them. Over the next few months, we need to hear from many of you. And I encourage you to call us as selectmen, to come to the meetings that we're going to be having and voice your concerns. This is not only a matter of convenience, it's a matter of dollars and cents. And that's part of the purpose of these hearings, is that we can give it a full airing and do what is right for the town of Plymouth.
Let us know what you think about the prices we've put together, some of the assumptions that we've made on how many people we think will want to participate in curbside or will want to stay with the transfer stations, and how it will work in your life. But ultimately, it's your decision on what will work for this town, and that's why we need to hear from all of you, and we need the selectmen to hear from you as well.
Pembroke will hold its first public forum on a new community center on Tuesday, January 22nd at 7 p.m. at Pembroke Town Hall. This townwide forum is an opportunity for Pembroke residents and the Community Center Study Committee to talk about which programs and facilities they'd like to include in a new community center. All Pembroke residents are invited to attend.
Hi, my name is Carol McGilvray and I'm the membership coordinator at PACTV. PACTV has a wide variety of classes that we offer so that people can learn how to create their own television shows or just learn more about video production. PACTV has a mix of scheduled classes that we offer throughout the year, and we also offer one-on-one classes or classes that have a waiting list. So no matter what you see on the website, please feel free to register for those classes or just give us a call. The classes that we have throughout the year are camcorder classes. We have an introduction camcorder class and an advanced camcorder class. Both are great Canon HD cameras. We also offer Adobe Premiere Pro, which is the editing series of classes. So once students learn how to shoot their footage, they can edit it. We also offer a variety of studio classes. PACTV has 2 studios. One is a large full-service studio with 3 cameras. We also have a smaller studio, which is our Studio B, and that's really intended for talk shows. We also offer some more advanced classes. We have field lighting, field audio. We also offer a studio directing class and a green screen workshop for people who are using the studio in our building. So to register for classes, it's really easy. Members can come to a one-session orientation that's only an hour long. Our next one's going to be held on January 30th at 6:30 p.m. or they can give me a call at 508-830-6999. Our website also has a registration form, so it's really easy to fill out. Our website's www.pactv.org, and all they have to do is click on Learn, and they can learn all about our classes. A lot of people come in really excited to take the classes and to learn more about television production. And one of the great things that we have here at PACTV is a lot of opportunities to volunteer. So if you're not sure if you want to do your own show, but you have this idea or you just want to get and collaborate with other people, you can do so. We have a lot of volunteer opportunities. We have parades, community events, and town meetings that they can volunteer for. So it's really great that they can take their skills that they've learned in class and volunteer. They can also create their own television shows, and once they've been trained on the equipment, they can use it for free so they can put their shows on the public access channel.
We live in a world of matches, where 2 go together. And while many fit us well, some have the unique ability to make us well. When one has leukemia or other life-threatening diseases, another person could be the perfect match, like you. But we won't know unless you register online as a marrow donor. It's easy. Be the match. Save a precious life with Rhode Island Blood Center.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of PACTV Community News. For replay times, go to the PACTV.org website and click on the PCN logo. You can find links for all individual stories as well as the entire program.
PACTV Community News is found online at YouTube. Search by story or view the whole program. Also, be sure to like PACTV Community News on Facebook and receive previews and links to our stories.
We will see you next week on PACTV Community News.